Cost of living in North Florida is surprisingly cheap. Most people, they think of Florida, there's the whole Miami thing, and Miami is one of the most expensive cities in the country to live in. But North Florida, because so much of the land is undeveloped, you can get it for almost nothing. I mean, you can get 10 acres for $200,000 in North Florida, in one of my areas at least. I mean, you can get land for almost nothing. So most of the prices in terms of buying stuff is pretty much the same, except for fruits. Fruits are cheap. I mean, the only thing you can really grow in Florida is potatoes, watermelons, and peanuts. And so we go into Walmart for a watermelon, and 80 cents for a watermelon. It's almost nothing. And you go to seafood restaurants because you're never more than 2 hours away from a coastline. You get seafood really fresh and really cheap and things like that. Yeah, there's lots of oranges, which is funny because they import California oranges. I don't know why they just don't eat their own oranges, but I had more California oranges than Florida oranges while I was there. I drank lots of Florida orange juice, but didn't eat a whole lot of actual Florida oranges, which I've noticed that when I go to California on vacation or something, there's all Florida oranges, and they just get tired of their own oranges. What's the deal? So that's a funny thing. I know student housing is a little expensive there, especially in Gainesville, where the University of Florida is. I remember teaching some people there, and they complain about cost of housing. But Gainesville's a fairly decent sized city, so it's what you'd expect. You pay more in cities. I know in the country, you'll pay more for gas, obviously, because you're driving so much further and things like that. But cost of living is definitely, it's definitely cheaper, especially in one of my areas. One of my areas was called Chiefland, and it's this really, really small city. I covered about 800 square miles, and there was less than 10,000 people living there. Fortunately, there was a Walmart like a mile away from us, and a lot of people from all the surrounding areas came and shopped there. So, which was nice for us because we can just go shopping right there. But so, in general, it really depends where you are in the country. Housing is a lot cheaper, obviously, but you go out in the cities and it gets more expensive, just like anywhere, I'd imagine.